Hi, everybody, and welcome to South Brunswick High School, Boiling Spring Lakes, North Carolina, for a very special Saturday afternoon edition of the ATMC TV Game of the Week. Today, a battle of Mid-Eastern Conference undefeateds as the South Brunswick Cougars, 1-0 on the season, play host to the Topsail Pirates, who come into this game victors of 2 games on the year. I'm Jay Combs. Sam Hickman is on assignment. Should be a very, very fun contest matching 2 diverse teams. A big offensive team, as you see South Brunswick coming through the tunnel onto the field, led by number 48, A.J. McNeil. Topsail, big offense. They're averaging 37.5 points a game thus far. Their 2 wins, 20-6 over Laney, and 54-42 over New Hanover. In that game, Topsail forced 5 New Hanover turnovers, and I believe that's the first time in school history that Topsail was able to get a victory over New Hanover. South Brunswick's win came over North Brunswick in their only game of the season, 7-0, a game in which both teams were really strong defensively. And South's Danny Parker actually recovered a fumble and raced it in from 7 yards out for the only score of the game. Danny said he was in the right spot at the right time, and indeed he was. South Brunswick is coached by Rocky Lewis. They were 5-6 in 2019, 2-3 in the conference. And the Topsail Pirates are coached by Wayne Inman, 8-4 in the 2019 campaign. So it looks like Topsail will be kicking off to South, going left to right on your screen at home. Again, Topsail has a really exciting offense led by a quarterback that you're going to hear a lot about today, number 8, Gavin Ellis, a left-handed kid, 6'5", 2¼ a Division I recruit's already signed with Wake Forest for next season as a tight end. There's the kickoff by number 44, Nathan Lau. And it's returned by South. I believe that was number 3. Nope, wasn't 3 because I see Danny standing up.
We have a flag on the play.
Check it. It was number 5, Bishop Brown on the return. We do have a flag on the play. Let's let the officials sort it out.
Brown on the return.
The call is holding on the return against the Cougars. So we'll see where the officials are going to mark the ball. So it was at the 32-yard line. And it's going to go a ways back.
Will spot the ball
probably around the 20,
16-yard line of the
check
Cougars.
it, 16-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 16. The quarterback is number 18, Roman Dilgert. He's a good one, senior, 6'1", 195 pounds. 7 for 13 in the home opener, season opener last week against North Brunswick. Inside handoff. Nothing going. Number 15, Mason. Let's check it. 15, Tyson Clark from his linebacker position.
2nd down.
And on the stop. 2nd down and
Loss of 1. So
call it 11 for
Cougars
South.
At the 15-yard line.
Parker's in motion, takes the handoff. Gets around the right side, maybe gets a yard or 2 before he is stopped by a host of Topsail tacklers, including number 64, Carson Price, a 5'9", 239-pound linebacker. So it sets up 3rd and long, a passing situation for the Cougars. Their principal target through the air is number 6, Miguel Miller. Real good player, 6'2", 156-pound senior. Caught 46 balls in the 2019 season. Dilgard in the gun. Fakes back to Parker. Parker with room, right side. Going to be taken down at about the 25, 26-yard line.
We'll see where they spot the ball.
I think maybe a little short of the first. Nope, check it. Parker, excellent run.
Calling it a first down.
Fine blocking off the right side of that South Brunswick line. And Danny Parker, who is the leading rusher for South Brunswick, with 107 yards in the game opener, season opener last week against North, picks up an important first down for South Brunswick. Really critical for South to try to keep that Topsail offense off the field as much as they can. So a good way to do that is to grind out some first downs. Dilgord back to pass. Little flare pass out to the right, incomplete. His target, number 34, that's Bender Sanderson, who's an outstanding player here at South Brunswick, 5'8", 160-pound running back, outside linebacker. Bender's been doing it a lot for a long time here at South. So Rocky Lewis and staff are sending in the play from the side. Roman Dilgard checks his wrist and gets the team under the ball. There is 9:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Nothing from South Brunswick. Dilgard, ball fake, keeps it, drives off the right side, gets out to about the 33-yard line. So nice gain by senior quarterback Roman Dilgard. Sets up a 3rd and 3 for the Cougars. Coach Lewis was talking about Roman coming into this season. He said he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger. One thing he really loved about his senior's performance in that opener against arch rival North was the fact that there were no turnovers in the game. And so important to maintain possession of the ball, particularly when you play teams like Topsail. Whistle on the field. And think maybe we've got a timeout called.
Timeout, Cougars.
So charge that one to South. 8:45 to go. Opening quarter. South nothing. Topsail nothing. This is the ATMC game of the week. Again, coming to you today from Boiling Spring Lakes, North Carolina. Not to be confused with Boiling Springs, North Carolina. And a special Saturday edition. Not too many times in the schedule have we done a Saturday game. This is a COVID-related contest. COVID caused a pause for both North Brunswick and South Brunswick, resulting in a schedule change. So kind of like Saturday college football, only the high school version of it. And we're glad to be with you here today. So we got a 3rd down, 3 yards to go. The ball on the 33-yard line. Dilgard under center, hands the ball off to number 5. That is Bishop Brown. Brown is going to be stopped shy of the first down marker, and there is a flag on the play.
Holding is the call against the Cougars. 10-yard penalty.
And the call is holding against South Brunswick. And that'll walk it back 10 yards to about the South Brunswick 23-yard line. Let's see where the officials are going to mark it. Right around the 23, so it will set up another 3rd down situation. Check it, maybe the ball's on the 24, but
Third and 12 for the Cougars.
Calling it 3rd and 12 for South. 8:35 to go. Opening quarter action. Topsail versus South Brunswick. Dilgert in the gun. Rolls right. Delivers. Oh, ball deflected off the hands of number 6, Gianni Pike. Intended receiver Miguel Miller not able to bring in the deflected ball. So that's going to set up a punting situation for South. And the Cougars have one of the better all-around kicking games in the conference this year, principally because of this young man, number 10, Noah Harrell, 5'11", 175-pound senior. Has a great foot. And he needs to pull it out now to kind of change this field. Good kick by Harrell, number 3, Noah Scheifenbein. Schiffelbein maybe picks up one. So the Pirates of Topsail will get their first chance offensively here today with good field position at about their 38-yard line. And you're going to get a chance to see number 8, Gavin Ellis, who has already committed to Wake Forest University. Now, the interesting thing with Ellis is as a tight end, but he's a very athletic player. And Coach Wayne Inman figures the more I can get the ball in this kid's hands on the field, the more good things that can happen. He's a left-hander. He can run and he can throw. And right now he shows he can hands off, but right now South Brunswick with excellent play. That tackle goes to number 33, Noah Atkinson. Atkinson and Noah Harrell, very active.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Atkinson and, Jake Galuzzo, very active from the linebacker position. Atkinson came into today's game. He had 8 tackles last week against North. Tough kid. 2nd and 14. Ellis, pass over the middle. Nice throw and nice catch. The receiver, number 84, Connor Wilson, comes into today's game. A couple of catches and a touchdown. That was 64 yards. Ellis, in this coming into today's game, 16 for 28, 57% completion, 124 yards through the air, and a pair of touchdowns, and no interceptions. That's the handoff to number 2, DeMark Howe, who bulldozes his way off the left side of that offensive line. Howe, 164 yards in 2 games, averaging over 8 yards a pop. Couple of scores, has caught 1 pass, but the junior having a great start this season for the Pirates. 1st and 10 inside the South 40. Again, the handoff to Howe. Howe showing speed, right side, end zone, touchdown. Topsail. DeMark Howell, the 5'11 junior, goes 36 yards. And the first score of today's game goes to the Pirates of Topsail. On for the extra point attempt.
Cody Kirk for the extra
Is
point
Cody Kirk. Spot, kick, good.
And it's good, so the Pirates take an early 7-0 lead with 5:57 left in the first quarter.
So Topsail strikes first today on the touchdown run by number 2, DeMark Howe. That is his 3rd touchdown of the season for the junior. The point after, and a 7-0 Topsail lead with 5:57 to go here in the opening quarter at South Brunswick. The Pirates average through 2 games this year 37 points per game. They have a prolific offense. They've got a lot of weapons. You've seen Howe. You've seen Ellis. You've seen Connor Wilson. One kid that you have not seen yet, who I anticipate that you will offensively, is Bernie Burns, who's a senior running back. Burns had a heck of a season in 2019. 934 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns. So he is a more than capable running back, but so far haven't even had to use him. So the kickoff coming from Topsail. Number 44, Lau, kicks off. And a good return. That is Bishop Brown,
On the return up to the 45.
a junior
That'll be first and
linebacker, running back.
the 45.
Saw him play basketball this year, and he did a pretty good job there too. So nice return by Brown, and it gives South good field position to start this drive at their 45. 5:49 to go. Opening quarter. Topsail 7. South Brunswick nothing. The ATMC TV game of the week. Saturday edition. So Dilgard in the gun. 2 wing backs. Parker motion right. There's a fake. Dilgard looking downfield and is not able to get the ball to the intended receiver, which is number 5, Bishop Brown.
Brown, the intended receiver, incomplete. Second and 10 for the Cougars.
So 2nd and 10 for South. The issue for South last year was scoring points. The issue so far this year, trying to get that offense on track. They play splendid defensively, although they've been gouged here in the opening quarter with a fairly quick drive and score by Topsail. So Dilgard under center. 66, Landon Lynch. Handoff. That's number 3. That's Danny Parker. And that's close to a first down.
45, I believe they're going to start at the Topsail 46.
Looks like Parker might be just a little bit shy. Call it 3rd and 1. Parker off to a good start here today, particularly off the right side of that South Brunswick offensive line. So Dilgard again under center. 2 in the backfield. Parker motion right, handoff. Quick handoff to number 34, Bender Sanderson, bending and busting his way into Topsail territory and picking up a first down. Nice run by Sanderson. Excellent execution by the offensive line and a good call by that South Brunswick offensive staff. You hear the Cougar growling, and rightfully so. A good drive underway. First down and 10 from the Topsail 32. Handoff again to Sanderson. Bouncing and poking his way off the right side. Again, some good yardage picked up by Bender. Number 53. Theodore Wood helping out, blocking that time. Sanderson gains 4. 2nd and 6 on the South Brunswick drive. Again, the Cats having good success running off the right side of their line, and such good success that Coach Wayne Inman has seen just a little bit too much, and he calls a timeout. So there's a good shot of the Cougars as they huddle up to talk about what's going right for them, and what's going right for them on this particular drive has been some really good blocking at the point of attack, which has allowed Parker and subsequently Bender Sanderson to pick up some first downs on the ground. There you see Coach Rocky Lewis. 16 starters back this year, 10 of them on defense. We was talking about the opening game that they did win 7-0 on kind of a fluke play offensively. Parker with picking up a fumble and returning it 7 yards. But Coach Lewis said, we were a little rusty for sure. It was the first game after a 2-week hiatus because of COVID. So the kids really hadn't been able to practice the way you normally would, and that's going to take some time. I think all the schools early on in the season, I was talking to our producer, Aaron Varnum, about this before the game, and I don't really think a lot of these schools are going to hit their stride until maybe, week 3, week 4, jumping right into the conference schedule. Handoff, Parker. And there is a flag on this one. I have to let the officials sort it out. Parker gained probably 3-4 yards, but not sure that it's going to count. And it appears they're walking this ball back.
10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. We'll see where they end up placing the ball for the next second down play.
So it's holding against the Cougars, and they'll walk it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is going to place it at about the 43-yard line of Topsail. So it'll be second down, 21 yards to go.
Second and 21 for the Cougars from the 43-yard line.
Kind of a passing-like situation for sure, but South yet to have completed a pass today, but have been effective rushing the ball. Little reverse to Parker. Parker bangs his way down to the 30-yard line. Excellent run by Danny Parker, tackled by number 1, Nick Booten for Topsail, but not before Parker. Picks up valuable yardage, but once again, a flag on the field. Personal foul.
Personal foul's been called against Topsail.
And I think it's against Topsail, and Danny Parker's 13-yard run is going to get a lot bigger because they are going to move the ball down the field by virtue of the personal foul against Topsail. 3:05 to go. Opening quarter. Topsail 7. South nothing, but the Cougars are clawing their way down the field. This one's going to be marked just inside the Topsail 15 and gives them a first down and 10. Dilgard back under center. Parker motion right. Parker motion left. Dilgard resetting them with Sanderson. Hand off to Sanderson up the middle. Picks up a couple, but he is knocked off his pins by number 54 for Topsail, Clayton Bobo, which is a heck of a good name for a football player. 6'2", 210, junior defensive end. Had a couple of tackles already this season. You can add to that on that play. So call it 2nd and 9 from about the 14-yard line. Hand off to Bender. Banging off the left side of the line this time again, very effectively. Nothing fancy for the Cougs, but they are just playing some good old smash mouth football and taking it to Topsail on the interior of that offensive line. So sets up a 3rd and 3. That was a 6-yard pickup for Sanderson. Roman Dilgard looking to the sideline for the call. a minute 30 on a running clock here in the opening quarter. Topsail hanging on to a 7-0 lead, but South looking to do some damage. Dilgert keeps. Dilgert, told you he's stronger, he's faster, he's bigger, and he may have been big enough and strong enough to pick up the first down, and he did.
And that's a first down.
First down for the Cats on the quarterback keeper run by senior quarterback Roman Dilgert, using that 195 pounds to good use on that particular play. And again, a good charge off the offensive line by South Brunswick. Big 68, Trey Ingram at that left tackle position, 305, pushing him around. First and goal for the Cats. And I think that might be close to a score. Just shy. It was number 3, Danny Parker, kind of busted and bullet his way just shy of the goal line. You can see it marked at about the 1, maybe a little closer. May let this clock expire. We've got 20 seconds on a running clock in the first quarter. South over the ball. Dilgert with the snap. Dilgert falls to the right side. Does he get in?
Waiting for the signal.
No signal yet. Signal. Touchdown, South Brunswick. Touchdown, Cougars on the 1-yard run. Just as time expires in the first quarter by Roman Dilgert. Now to tie the game is senior kicker Noah Harrell. So excellent try by South. Harrell's conversion can tie this game. Spot, kick, good. Harrell's PAT is good. And that's going to tie the game at 7-7 at the end of the first quarter here today at South Brunswick High School. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to South Brunswick High School, where the Cougars have marched down the field on the ground, and a 1-yard plunge off the right side by quarterback Roman Dilgert have tied the game against Topsail 7-7. Again, a battle of the undefeateds here today. Topsail comes in winners of their first 2 games of the year against Laney and New Hanover High School. And the Cougs with an opening season victory against their arch rival, the Scorpions of North Brunswick. So to kick off by South. Nice kick by South and a return. And that is a good return and an excellent special teams play by South. Tackle goes to number 33, Noah Atkinson. He plays linebacker, but folks, he can play some special teams too. And the kid that he took down, Noah Scheifelbein, is an outstanding special teams performer in his own right. Also a tremendous defensive back. 4 interceptions in 2 games for Scheifelbein, but he's also returned a kickoff 73 yards for a score. So big-time play that time by Atkinson. Ellis, hands off, left side, number 4, Bernie Burns, the kid we talked about, who had over 900 yards in the 2019 campaign. They had a kid up at Topsail, Noah Laval, tremendous football player, great runner. In his senior year in 2019, on the very first play of the year, he went down with what turned out to be a season-ending injury. Bernie Burns stepped in, and the Pirates did not miss a beat. Ellis under center, hands off quickly. Plowing off the right side is number 2, DeMarc Howe. Howe with the touchdown run in the first quarter today to give the Pirates their touchdown of the game. So sets up a 3rd and 2 at the 40-yard line. 10:50 to go on a running clock. Quarter number 2. Topsail 7, South Brunswick 7. The ATMC TV game of the week. Back in the gun is Ellis. Oh, he's riding, and he is hit. Oh, what a big-time nail by Shelton Cook, who is a tremendous player. Just started getting into it. Ellis does pick up the first down, but hello, Mr. Gavin Ellis, let us introduce you to Mr. Shelton Cook, who can take him down with the best of them. An electric athlete. 77 tackles last year. He had 5 last week against North. Handoff, number 2. That's DeMarc Howe. And, folks, it looks like Mr. Howe knows what he's doing when he gets the ball, kind of picking and right spot, following his blocking excellently. Again, good charge off that offensive line right side for Topsail. So sets up a 2nd down and 2, a gain of 8 for Howe. Kind of a free down for a kid like Ellis, who can really throw the ball in addition to running the ball himself. Let's see what Wayne Inman does. And there's Ellis, right side. Caught from behind by 38. Garrett Frazier, but not before Ellis picks up the first down. So Pirates continuing to move the chains. The ball is going to be marked at the South Brunswick 46. 9:20 to go, 2nd quarter. 2nd consecutive first down on this drive for the Pirates. Ellis in the gun. Ooh, good handoff and an excellent run by that guy, Bernie Burns. Bernie not real big, 5'8", $160, but pretty darn quick. Came into today's game. He had 78 yards rushing, scored a touchdown, caught 5 passes, scored a touchdown. So Bernie Burns, an all-around offensive threat for Topsail, and the Pirates are using him now. Picks up another first down, 3rd in a row in this drive. Ellis looks to the side and walks back, and we have a timeout. Topsail.
Timeout, Topsail.
So 8:37 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's Topsail 7, South Brunswick 7. Topsail scored on a 36-yard run by junior DeMarc Howe. The point after was good. And South Brunswick scored on the last play of the opening quarter on a 1-yard quarterback keeper by Roman Dilgard. The point after by Noah Harrell was good. And we've got a 7-7 tie game. And you see a look at both teams out on the field. This is an important game for each of these two teams. They're both 3A schools. So with a short schedule this year, only playing conference games. Not that every game doesn't always count, it does, but a little more this year, particularly with the prospects of postseason tournament action. Ellis rolls left, looking downfield, lofts one to 84. With the catches, Connor Wilson, the senior, with an acrobatic grab inside or at about the 5-yard line. Connor Wilson needed all 6'3", 180 pounds of his frame to bring that one in from Ellis. So Ellis goes up top the first time today, and he is successful as he connects with Connor Wilson. And the Pirates are in good shape. First down on the 5-yard line of South, first and goal. Handoff, number 4, Burns, right side. Not much going that time for Burns. Good stack at the point of attack. Number 38, Garrett Frazier, among others, getting off the ground for the Cougars. He may have even lost maybe a half a yard that time. So it's second and goal. Ball put down at the 5-yard line of South. This is where a kid like Ellis is so dangerous. He's a big body at 6'5", 225. Rolls left, evades, and he's going to run it in for the score. He gets hit by Harrell as he was attempting to jump over top of the tackler. Harrell got a piece of him, but not before Ellis falls into the end zone with a 5-yard touchdown run to give Topsail a 13-7 lead pending the point after. Told you that Ellis, big athletic kid, is going to be a tight end at Wake Forest, playing quarterback this year, but he showed his athleticism on that play. So we got a flag on the play, offsides or encroachment against South Brunswick. So let's see what Coach Inman wants to do. They're going to move the ball halfway to the goal line, and 55, Cody Kirk, will attempt the point after. Oh, tough snap. Cats got a chance, and they make the most of it. That is number 33 with a Noah Atkinson, who throws the holder to the ground because of the errant snap. So the point after fails, and that makes the score Topsail 13, South Brunswick 7, 7:34 to go in the second quarter here at South Brunswick High School in Boiling Spring Lakes, North Carolina. For those of you folks who are watching from gosh knows everywhere, we had some folks watching a game last week from Hawaii, believe it or not. But Boiling Spring Lakes is just outside of a beautiful little coastal town called Southport, North Carolina, in Brunswick County. And it is a very, very pretty place to be. So we got 7:34 second quarter. Topsail will be kicking off after the touchdown. That's Nathan Lau, who handles some point after duties, but handles the kickoff duties for the Pirates. And back to receive for South, I believe, is number 3, Danny Parker. And on the other side of the field, somebody really good. 33, and the ball comes to Parker. Parker gets through a couple. If he could have got through one more.
Parker across the 35.
Special teams play by number 43, Chris Wari for
First and 10 for the Cougars
the
at this
Pirates.
point.
Maybe saved a touchdown, certainly saved some yards. It's Danny Parker kind of weaving his way down the right side and gives the Cougars excellent field possession to start this possession at their own 36-yard line. Check it, 37-yard line. So first and 10 for the Cats. Roman Dilgard, the senior quarterback. Hand off to Parker. Parker banging off that right side and just keeps those legs churning.
Parker pushes his way
Danny
across the
Parker,
40
not
to
a big
the
guy at 180
42-yard
pounds,
line.
but holy cow, you know he is
A gain of
strong.
5 on the play. That'll
Picks
bring
up 5
second and
yards.
5 for the Cougars.
2nd and 5 for South Brunswick at about their 42-yard line. Dilgard under center. Parker motion, handoff. Sanderson, not that time. Number 33 for Topsail, Austin Hafer from his middle linebacker position. Leading tackler for Topsail when they're coming into today's contest with 9 total tackles on the year, and you saw why on that play. Wraps up the dangerous Bender Sanderson. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Cougs. 6 minutes, 10 seconds, second quarter. 13 Topsail, 7 South. Dilgard with the snap. Handoff inside reverse to number 5. That's Bishop Brown. Could not fool the Pirates that time.
Brown with no gain.
Host of tacklers, number 33. Hafer, number 15. Tyson Clark, a big guy at 230 pounds, in on that stop. So the Pirates hold, going to force a punt. And number 10, Noah Harrell, will be kicking from about his 30-yard line. Kind of off the side of the foot, but a good hop for South Brunswick. So
hopped out of bounds at the 26-yard line of the Pirates. It'll be 1st and 10.
Looks like the ball will be marked at the Topsail 26. So Gavin Ellis and company will take over on downs with 5:09 to go in the second quarter. Holding on to a 13-7 lead. It was 13 points, the first points of the season that North has given up. There's Ellis in the gun. Fakes, keeps, right side, not much. Good tackle on the play that time by 48, A.J. McNeil, who does a tremendous job for South Brunswick from his defensive line position. 9 tackles in last week's opener. A couple of them were solo. He had a sack. McNeil, a good one. 2nd and 8. Ellis in the gun. Lefty looks right, tosses it up, and that might be a flag, and it is. Number 13, or check it, maybe 15, Mason Hallett, and number 3, Scheifelbein got tangled. So I think it's going to be
got a flag at midfield.
Check it, number 4, Bernie Burns. It's going to be a pass interference, I believe, against South. And there's the officials with the call.
Against the Cougars.
So the Pirates are going to get a first down out of this. And the ball is going to be moved. See where they spot it. Looks like it's going to go down around the 43, 44-yard line.
10-yard penalty puts the ball at the 43-yard line of Topsail.
So that gives the Pirates a fresh set of downs and moves the ball out to the 43. So 1st and 10, second quarter, 4:28 to go. Pirates with the ball, the handoff, right side to number 2. That's Howe. Kind of slicing and dicing his way off the right side of that Pirate offensive line and picks up good yardage. Going to mark it out around the 50-yard line, so that's a pickup of 7 for Howe. Sets up a 2nd and 3 for Topsail with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Ellis in the gun, takes it, hands off. Left side, number 4. That's Bernie Burns, and he meets some big guys up in that defensive line, including 65, Demarius Wise for South. 285-pound sophomore tackle. You can build around a kid like that. So no gain on the play. Or check it. 1st and 10 from the 45. Ellis rolls right. Got some room. Bounces off a couple of tacklers before he is driven down just shy of the 35. So hard that Mason Hallett's helmet flew off on that hit. So Ellis running pretty freely. Marked just short of the first down marker. It's going to be spotted at maybe the 36-yard line of South. They need to get to the 35 for a first down. Ellis, hands off. That's number 2. That's Howe. And he reverses his field. And Howe somehow picks up a first down when it looked like he may be stopped for a loss. DeMark Howe, excellent run that time. Going to allow the Pirates to move the chains and pick up another first down. Clock stopped as they reset the chains. 2:38 to go here in the second quarter. Topsail 13, South Brunswick 7. ATMC TV Game of the Week. Ellis in the gun. Drops back looking. Getting pressure. He evades it. Plenty of time now. Ellis is going to use his athleticism. A shoe goes off, but the ball doesn't. And Ellis ends up at about, looks like the 20-yard line of South, minus a shoe.
Shoe came off of the quarterback on that run.
He just ran right out of his shoes, folks. He's that good. And pretty good pressure that time by South Brunswick. Forced him out of the pocket. It might have been 65 Wise who's going to come off for a play. 54 into the game, Calvin Bryant. Bryant recovered a fumble in that game opener last week. This sets up another 1st and 10 situation for the Pirates. And that's a handoff to number 2. That's that kid, DeMark Howe, who has really had a great first half here for the Pirates today. Has a 36-yard touchdown in addition to a number of good runs for Topsail here today. 1:25 to go, second quarter. Topsail knocking on the door, looking to add to that lead. Ellis rolls left, straight arms one tackler, knocked out of bounds by number 9, Ty Ingram. Let's see where they mark it. Again, Ellis, very, very athletic and a big kid, folks. 6'5", 2 1/4. This is not a little scat back out there running. Looks like Ellis picked up enough to pick up the first down, so it's going to be goal to go just inside the 10-yard line with a minute 12 to go here in the second quarter. Ellis rolls right, looking, under pressure. He is taken down. He is taken down by number 33, Noah Atkinson, with impressive rush and strength to bulldoze the elusive Ellis to the ground.
That number again for the raffle.
The clock is running now. The clock stops.
3600.
As I'm assuming Topsail's taking a timeout with 46.2 seconds to go.
Do we have a winner? Come on up.
There is a flag on the field. And let's see. Let the officials sort this one out. Right now the ball is at the 22 where Ellis was taken down. But down inside the 5-yard line, there is a yellow flag. And we got holding preliminarily called against Topsail. Rocky Lewis out on the field to discuss his options with the officials. So Ellis was taken down for a big loss by Atkinson. But on the play, there was holding against Topsail. So it's going to be second down, I think. But we'll have to let the officials sort it out. There's only 46.2 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And maybe they're going to go ahead and take the penalty, which is going to put the ball back, way back, at the South Brunswick 32-yard line. So a massive change of events here in the second quarter. Topsail was at the 5, first and goal, and now they're at the 32-yard line, and it's still first down and goal to go with 46 seconds left here in the second quarter. So Gavin Ellis is good. He's going to have to be real good to get out of this one. And the Cougars are coming at him. Lots of pressure. So Ellis under center. Rolls left. Down the field. Good coverage that time. The intended receiver, number 80, Landry Horn. And it looked like pretty good coverage by you-know-who, number 10, Noah Harrell. So that's going to set up a second down and goal. And the clock, maybe they reset the clock. Right now it's showing 49.6 seconds, and I thought that's what it had before. So second and goal. Ellis in the gun, flips it out down the right side. Oh, what a nice catch by number 84. That's Connor Wilson. And he is in for the score. Wilson a little slow getting up. Take your time, son. That was one heck of a catch and a nice throw by Ellis. So a 34-yard touchdown pass by Ellis to number 84, Wilson. Real good catch in the end zone. Good coverage that time by South Brunswick, but nonetheless a touchdown for Topsail. And they take a 19-7 lead pending the point after. And South Brunswick is going to call or take a timeout. So Ellis that time, plenty of time to throw, and a nice soft pass and put it up in the air where Connor Wilson, who is 6'3", can use that height to his advantage. Went up in the air and pulled it down and came down into the end zone for the third score of the game for Topsail. Ellis with a 5-yard touchdown run. Howe with a 36-yard touchdown run. Dilgard with a 1-yard quarterback keeper for South for their 7 points. So 19-7 with the point after coming. 41 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Again, both these teams undefeated coming into today's game. Topsail wins over Laney, New Hanover. South with an opening season victory over arch rival North. And it looks like the Pirates are going to go for 2. That's Ellis under center. Toss, number 4. He is taken down. That's Bernie Burns, and he is tackled by number 10, Noah Harrell. So excellent play by the South defense to prevent the extra point and keep the score 19-7 in favor of Topsail with 41 seconds to play here in the second quarter. I'm Jay Combs. My partner Sam Hickman is on assignment. So we're going it solo here today. But the good news, Aaron Varnum and Nathan Evers are doing their thing behind the scenes to keep everything moving in the right direction. So let's see what the Cats can do with 41 ticks of the clock to go here in the second period. A big return would be very helpful. And let Mr. Dilgard maybe get a couple of shots. So handling the kickoff is number 44. That is Nathan Lau. Back to receive is Parker. And that's going to go to Parker. Danny's got a chance. He's at the 30. Taken down on a great special teams tackle by number 4, Bernie Burns. We talked about him running the ball. He plays pretty good special teams as well. So Danny Parker returns the ball out to the 34-yard line of South with 33.8 seconds to go. And we'll have to see how Coach Rocky Lewis wants to play this remaining time in the second period. Dilgard rolls right, has pressure, tucks it down, throws it away out of bounds.
Dilgard under pressure.
So an incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 10 with 23.4 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
So if that play was any indication, Coach Lewis kind of liberal, not conservative on that particular call. Dilgard back under center. Handoff. That's number 5. That's Bishop Brown. And that's a first down or close to it by the junior. Maybe just shy with 5, 4, 3, 2, and the clock stopped with 0.1 seconds to go because we have another shoe that has lost a foot or a foot that's lost a shoe. Is that, I think that's Bishop Brown, number 5. Doing a little quick shoe repair. They put 3 seconds on the clock, so this should be the last play of the first half. Dilgard under center. Handoff, right side, Parker. And a nice run
And so the first half ends on a
down the right
touchdown
side by
Parker.
junior Danny Parker, but not enough. So we'll
As I
take this
mentioned, we
one
will be having
to the halftime
Brunswick
break
High School Cougar dance
with the
team
Topsail Pirates
performing for you at
19
halftime, followed
and the
by
South Brunswick Cougars 7.
Cougar
You're
Marching
watching
Band.
a special Saturday edition of ATMC TV Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Big James, show your friends it's a celebration. Something I wore me to my graduation. Yeah, this the life I chose. Brother, look at me, I look right on.
And now the South Brunswick Cougar Marching Band.
And welcome back to South Brunswick High School, Boiling Spring Lakes, North Carolina. Our Saturday edition of the ATMC TV Game of the Week. We're at the half where the visitors from Topsail are holding a 19-7 lead over South Brunswick. Let's recap the scoring real quick. In the opening quarter, Topsail broke through first, a 36-yard run by DeMark Howell. Cody Kirk's point after, 7-0 Topsail lead. The Cougars came right back with a drive down the field, a 1-yard plunge by quarterback Roman Dilgard. Noah Harrell's point after made it 7-7. And then 2 touchdowns in the second quarter by Topsail, a 5-yard run by quarterback Gavin Ellis. The point after failed. And then a 34-yard Ellis to Wilson pass. 2-point conversion failed. And that gets us to 19-7 as we start the third quarter, with South kicking off to Topsail, and that's the elusive and dangerous Schiefelbein. And Noah is taken down by a host of special team performers for South Brunswick.
The ball is sitting at the 34.
Look like number 3, Danny Parker, at the bottom of that pile, as he is very often for South Brunswick. So the Pirates of Topsail will take over here to start the third quarter. They'll get the ball at their 34-yard line, 1st and 10, with a 19-7 lead. Jack Campbell Stadium, campus of South Brunswick High School. Ellis fakes the handoff, and he is up the middle, and he is on the way. 6'5", 225-pound, a Division I athlete, and you saw why on that play. A 66-yard touchdown run by quarterback Gavin Ellis. And Topsail, in one play, jump out to a commanding 25-7 lead with the point after to follow. Cody Kirk in to attempt the extra point. Another snap mishandled, and they're not going to get it off. 14, Travis Kane trying to, the backup quarterback, trying to make something out of nothing that time, so the point after fails, but Ellis's touchdown counts, and the lead now is 25-7. That took all of 20 seconds, folks, here in the third quarter. Gavin Ellis with a 66-yard scamper. He faked the ball, pulled it back, went right up the middle, and then just outran the rest of the South Brunswick Cougar defensive unit. And again, don't underestimate this kid. 6'5", 225 pounds. He's going to Wake Forest as a tight end. He's playing quarterback this year because his coach thinks that gives their team the best chance to win a lot of games. And so far, who's to argue? The Pirates come in here today 2-0, and with a comfortable 25-7 lead here, 11:40 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time for the Cougs to get back in it. Kicking off is 44, Nathan Lau. Back to return, Danny Parker. Parker fields it on about the 12. Goes to the right side, and he's going to be taken down at about the 25-yard line.
Parker with a 13-yard return.
Credit a host of Topsail tacklers, including number 14, Travis Kane, in on the stop. So South Brunswick gets their first shot here in the third quarter, trailing 25-7. Plenty of time, though, 11:34 to go here in the third period. Roman Dilgard and company will take over at their 25-yard line. No turnovers in the game so far for either team. Dilgard passes outside to Miguel Miller. Miller, first catch of the game. Maybe, well, probably not even a yard. Got back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Probably felt good for South to complete a pass to show Topsail that we can throw the football. So let's see what Coach Lewis and company call here on 2nd and 10 from their 25. It's going to be a handoff right side, Parker. Parker out to about the 38-yard line, and that should be enough to pick up the first down for South, and it is.
First down.
Excellent run by junior Danny Parker, who has had a real good first half running the football. Bender Sanderson also ran the ball well in the first half for the Cougars. Straight handoff, and that is Sanderson. Peels his way along, picks up some yards before he's taken down by Nick Booten and number 3, Noah Scheifelbein.
For progress to the 43-yard line.
Picked up 4.
2nd and 5.
Call it 2nd and 6 from about the South 43-yard line. 9:56 to go here in the third period. Dilgard looking deep. Got a receiver. Oh! Defended by number 13, Landon Rith, was
Miller, the intended receiver.
Miguel Miller.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Cougars.
Good play action that time. Dilgard had time to throw. Miller ran a good route. Rith, who has an interception on the season, was in good position that time to help prevent the pass from being completed. So 3rd and 5. Parker, right side, cuts back close to the first down marker. Let's see where the officials put it down.
Close to the first down, near the 48.
Ball's going to be marked near the 48-yard line, and the white hat gives a signal, and that is enough for a South Brunswick first down. South, despite the scoreboard right now, offensively playing much better than they did just a week ago against North. Their offensive unit much more in sync, which you would expect. There's Sanderson busting his way for some positive yards.
Sanderson breaks the midfield stripe, or maybe they're going to give it to him right at the 50. But
running up between the center and the left guard. Tackled that time by 6, Gianni Pike, from his linebacker position. So a couple of yard gain for Sanderson. Make it 2nd and 8. Ball just inside the 50-yard line. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Topsail 25. South Brunswick 7. ATMC TV game of the week. Dilgard. Miller. Stopped by number 13, Landon Rith, but not before the Cougars pick up a couple of yards. It's going to make it 3rd down.
2 yards to go for the first.
Call it maybe 2 for a first down. The ball inside the Pirate 45-yard line at about the 44. So Roman Dilgard with a nice delivery that time. Good catch by Miller. And that's Sanderson, and that's a first down.
Sanderson inside the 40-yard line.
Cougars doing an excellent job.
First down.
And the offensive line, 53, Theodore Wood, 68, Trey Ingram on that left side, 66, the big center, only a sophomore, Landon Lynch. Good work by the offensive line of South Brunswick today, and particularly on this drive, sets up another first down from the 40-yard line of Topsail. Dilgert thought he saw something. Charges forward with a sneak. Picks up 2 or 3.
Gain of 2 on the quarterback keep. Is that the 38 of Topsail? 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
So the ball down to the Topsail 38-yard line. 2nd down, 8 yards for a first down. Topsail 25. South 7. South on the move. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Toss left, Sanderson. Boom. Big gain by Big Bender off the left side.
The 30 to the 28 of
And
Topsail.
he is taken
Another
off
first down.
his legs by number 44, Nathan Lau for Topsail. And Lau
We do have a Topsail player shaken up on
getting
the play.
some attention there on the field. It was an excellent open field tackle on Sanderson, but not before Sanderson motors for a first down. Good news is Lau's getting up and getting off on his own, and that's always a good sign. So excellent play by Lau and an excellent run by Bender Sanderson, who has had a good game here today. 34, not real big, 5'8", 160 pounds, but he plays that running back position. He plays that linebacker position, and he'll run through you if he can't run away from you. So Roman Delgard with a fresh set of downs at the 28. Hand off, Parker. Parker, positive yards. Gotta like this running attack
Inside the 25 to the
of
23.
South Brunswick here today. Very efficient.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Parker picks up 5. 2nd down, 5 to go for the Cats. Parker checks out. Hopefully he's okay into the game. Number 4, Christian Shelton, will take over for Danny Parker. So 2nd down, 5 at the 23. South trailing 25-7. Dilgard, quick pass, right side, looking for his favorite target, Miguel Miller. Pass defended closely by cornerback Landon Rith for Topsail.
On the defense, Miller the intended receiver.
So the pass falls incomplete.
It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 situation for the Cougars at the Topsail 23-yard line. 6 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hand off to Sanderson. Sanderson, right side, banging
Anderson
twisting
inside the
his
20 to
way.
about the 19.
Forward progress
Maybe
looks
just
like it's
shy
going to
of
get
the
down to
first
about the
down, we'll see.
19-yard line, which is going to leave South with a decision just
It is a
shy
yard shy, so it'll be 4th and 1.
of the first
for the
down.
first.
4th and call it 1. And the Cougars offense will stay on the field. Danny Parker still getting attention on the sidelines. So it'll be up to Roman Dilgard, Sanderson, and company to grind out this first. And it is Sanderson, and he's off the left side. And I think he may have enough for the first down.
Again, we'll see where they spot it.
And the officials are probably going to measure this one.
Official timeout.
Sanderson off the left side, then really working hard, and is going to be very close to the first down. As both teams head to the sidelines while the officials measure it, and the chain gang is coming out. And wow, how close is it? Maybe the half a length of the ball, but just the right half a length. If you're a South Brunswick fan, and the Cougars pick up the first down, so they keep the chains moving. Ball will be placed at about the 18-yard line of Topsail. So a fresh set of downs for Roman Dilgert and company. With 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Topsail 25, South 7.
Danny Parker back in the game after a brief respite.
South looking to kind of claw their way back into this one. Dilgert, gun, looks to throw. Right side, in zone, overthrows. Intended receiver,
outside.
I think it was Bishop Brown or Miguel Miller,
Second down for the Cougars.
the intended receiver. Dilgert showing good presence that time and had some time to throw. Again, that offensive line of South Brunswick has had a pretty good game here today,
Miguel
particularly
Miller,
rushing the ball. So sets up a 2nd and 10 from the Topsail 18. Dilgert goes under center. Motion, Parker takes the handoff. Right side, cuts up the middle. Parker just bulldozing his way down with some help from
We have a flag on the play,
his
and then we have
friends.
another flag.
We got a flag on the play, a couple of flags on the play. Parker got down to around the 10. Well, let's see what the flags are. So the officials are kind of huddling up. Holding. South. Penalty
Holding
also
against the Cougars, unsportsmanlike against
unsportsmanlike
the Pirates.
penalty against the Pirates. So do these penalties negate each other? Holding. South. Unsportsmanlike. Topsail. And the officials are coming over to talk to Coach Rocky Lewis and explain what the options are here. And we'll see where the ball is going to end up.
Back 10 for the holding and forward 15 for the unsportsmanlike.
Sanderson, I'm checking Parker on his run, had got down to about inside the 15-yard line. The officials go across the field to talk to Wayne Inman, the head coach for the Pirates of Topsail, and square up with him as well. So a little bit of a delay here while the officials sort things out, find out where the ball is going to ultimately end up. Right now, it is placed at the 15. Which would make it second down.
7 for the Cougars after that
And
exchange.
7 yards after the play and the exchange of penalties. So we're back to live action with 4:38 to go. Dilgert under center. Toss right side. That's Bender Sanderson. Running hard as he has all day long. Loose ball. Loose ball. Who's got it? Topsail says they do.
Down, according to the refs.
But the officials are going to call the play down.
8-yard line.
And
That's
so
gonna
the
be
Cougars
close.
dodge a bullet and retain possession. And let's see where they're going to mark this one. Inside the 10. Put it down around the
3rd and
8-yard
short.
line maybe. Yep. So it'll be 3rd and a short 1 for the first. Critical play for South Brunswick. Left side. Number 5. Number 5, Bishop Brown. Bishop Brown takes the handoff, goes around the left side, and then alertly cuts back across the field And Bishop Brown scores from the 8-yard line. And the Cougs are on the board here in the third quarter. 25 Topsail, 13 South Brunswick. Noah Harrell out for the point after. Dilger with the hold. Harrell drills the point after. And that's going to change the score. Topsail 25, South Brunswick 14. 3:44 to go here in the third quarter at South Brunswick High School in the ATMC TV game of the week. An excellent drive that time by the Cougars. A little bit of a mixing up between passing and running, emphasis on the run, and the run has been very good to the Cougars today, and a really, really nice run for the 8-yard score that time by junior Bishop Brown. Got a good block off the left side of that line, and then alertly saw daylight to the right, made the cut back and scampered into the end zone for the 8-yard touchdown. And that cuts the lead to 25-14. South scores another touchdown. There's missed extra point opportunities on the part of Topsail could come back to haunt them. They seemingly always do. South converting both of their chances. Topsail only 1 out of 4. 4, right.
Schiffelbeins and Burns are back for the Pirates.
There's the kickoff. That's Schiffelbein.
Taken by Schiffelbein.
He is good. And he is also down. Good special teams coverage by the Cats. Look like number 28, Galuzzo. Number 4, Christian Shelton, among other blue-shirted South Brunswick players in on the stop. So, 3:38 to go in the third quarter. Topsail 25, South 14. The dangerous Gavin Ellis and the Topsail Pirates take over at their 34-yard line. And this is about where Ellis scored from earlier in this quarter with a 66-yard run. This time he gives the handoff. I believe that was number 4, Bernie Burns, who bowling his way for some yards. There's number 61, Cooper Ford, one of those offensive linemen helping to pave the way for Burns.
Gets 4 on the carry, brings up 2nd and 6.
So they're giving him credit for 4. Call it second down, 6 yards to go. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ellis in the gun. Handoff. Up the middle. And again, that is Burns. And again, that is some solid running by the senior. Not a big guy at 5'8", $160, but tough and determined. And determined enough to get the 6 yards and pick up the first down for the Pirates. So move the chains, bring it out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Topsail. Gavin Ellis gets the snap. Over the middle. Great throw. Great catch. That's Bernie Burns. Wow, Ellis makes it look easy sometimes, doesn't he, folks? All kinds of time, and when you're 6'5", you can just kind of stand up and see everything. And really, really well-thrown ball by Ellis, and a very nice catch in traffic by Bernie Burns. Had 5 catches on the season coming into today's game. Make it at least 6 and make it a first down for Topsail at the South 40. Ellis, pressure, pass over the middle. Intended receiver number 23, Caleb Jacobs. Cats Good pressure on Ellis that time. I believe it was 33 Noah Atkinson from his linebacker position. Second and 10.
Second and 10.
40-yard line of South. 1:56 to go here in the third quarter. Gavin Hibbard runs into play for Wayne Edmonds Pirates. Gavin Ellis looking things over. Fake, runs. Right side cuts, in, out. Uses that big body of his, but tell you what, that big body, not that big for number 33, Noah Atkinson and company of South Brunswick. The Cougs hold him to a couple-yard pickup, which is going to make it third down and 8 yards to go. Clock stopped as Ellis went out of bounds. So 1:48 to go, 3rd and 8, third quarter. Topsail 25, South Brunswick 14. Big down for the Cougs. And we've got whistle blown, and we've got timeout taken by Wayne Inman and the Topsail Pirates. I think Coach Inman realizes that this down could be pretty important, and he wants to talk about it. We'll take a peek down into the South Brunswick huddle. Cougs have given a very good account of themselves here today offensively. And save for a couple of big plays, they've done the same thing defensively against this highly touted Topsail offensive machine, which averages 37 points a game through their first two contests. They hung up 54 points on New Hanover last week, and I don't think there's a whole lot of schools that could say they've done that. That's how good New Hanover is, and that's how good Topsail was last week. So they picked up a 54-42 win over New Hanover to go with their 20-6 victory over Laney. And, of course, South opened the season with a hard-fought defensive battle, 7-zip over their arch rivals from North Brunswick. Back to replay. Ellis chased out of the pocket. Oh, he laterals the ball. He laterals the ball to number 4, Bernie Burns. Wow. You saw the package with Ellis that time, the athleticism and strength. And was close to making the first down on his own, and then sees Burns out of the right side and tosses a lateral to him, and Burns picks up the first down. And unfortunately, we've got a South Brunswick player on the ground getting some attention. And once we see the number, we'll shout it out. That is number 9. I believe that is Ty Ingram.
Ingram up on his own feet.
Ty, a 5'11", 175-pound senior defensive player for the Cougars, and looks like he's coming off pretty well on his own.
When play resumes, it'll be 1st and 10.
But we got 1:36 to go in the third quarter.
22-yard line.
Topsail with a 1st and 10 from the South 22. Another great athletic play by Gavin Ellis. The first of what will be a number, I think, in the remainder of his high school career, and then hopefully a whole bunch for the Demon Deacons. Ellis keeps. Ellis gets by one tackler. Ellis, left side. Ellis to the end zone. Ellis for the 22-yard touchdown run and score. Gavin Ellis again showing his strength, his athleticism, and his speed for a guy that's 6'5", 225 pounds. He can get away from you, and that time he got away for a 22-yard touchdown run and a 31-14 Topsail lead. Point after have been kind of exciting for the Pirates today. Another one. This time it's up, and this time it's good. Cody Kirk converts. And that's going to make it Topsail
20 left in the third quarter.
32, South Brunswick 14.
18-point lead over the Cougars.
Ellis, his third touchdown run of the game. This one from 22 yards to go with an earlier 66-yard run in the third quarter, and also a 5-yard run in the second quarter. So the Pirates answer principally on the athleticism of senior Gavin Ellis to take a 32-14 lead with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter at South Brunswick High School. So the Cougars got a claw back again as they await the kickoff from number 44, Nathan Lau. Parker takes it on the hop. He's at the 20, 25, turns,
Danny Parker on the
and
return,
advances
up
forward
to about the 28
almost
line,
up to the
29
28-29
yard
yard line
line.
of
First and 10 for the
South
Cougars.
Brunswick. So the Cats will take over, trailing 32-14, but first and 10 from their, call it their 29-yard line, with 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. South has run the ball very well today. They could use a big play to get back in this one. Maybe Dilgard can dial something up. There's the handoff. I believe that's Bender Sanderson.
Sanderson up near the 32.
Bender kind of grinds his way to a couple, maybe 3. We're under 1 minute here in the third quarter. Call it 2nd and 7 for South Brunswick. Roman Dilgard, the senior quarterback, gets the play from the side. He's in the gun. He rolls back the pass. He's got a receiver over the middle. That's Parker. And Danny Parker is going to be driven to the turf at the 50-yard line, not before he picks up a South Brunswick first down.
First down.
Excellent play execution that time by the Cougs. Give Dilgard a little time to throw. You give any quarterback a little time to throw, they can do a whole bunch better. And Roman delivered a strike that time. Parker with a nice grab and the first down for the Cougars. 2 guys in motion. I think this one's going to come back, and it's a shame because Bishop Brown picked up about 8 yards, but looked like we had 2 backs in motion at the same time. And unless
illegal motion, we have
South
2 in the
Brunswick
backfield.
gets moved to the Canadian Football League, I think we're going to have to bring that one back, Aaron. So, and 5 yards penalty on top of it. So it'll be 1st and 15 for South Brunswick, probably about their 45-yard line. Just inside the 45 with 8.1 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
So a 5-yard penalty.
32 Topsail, 14 South.
15.
And let's see what the Cats can do with these 8 seconds, if at all. And they choose to just run out the clock. Well, wait a minute.
One of the Pirates.
May have drawn the Pirates.
Moved across the line.
Offsides Topsail, so the 5 yards that
So the 5 yards
South
goes
had
back
given
on.
up, they just got back.
Encroachment on the Pirates. So it's
And we go back to a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 50, but the clock's going to expire here in the third quarter. So we'll take a break before we go. You are watching the ATMC TV Game of the Week. The score, Topsail 32, South 14. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the ATMC TV Game of the Week. Mid-Eastern Conference battle between undefeated Topsail and undefeated South Brunswick. Topsail up 32-14. South with the ball at midfield, 1st and 10. Dilgard back to pass under pressure. Gets out of the pocket, and Dilgard is on the go.
Dilgard out of the pocket.
Roman Dilgard picks up 12 yards and, more importantly, picks up a first down for the South Brunswick Cougars. That ball will be inside the Topsail 40, mark it at about the 38. So the senior Dilgard, using his legs to his advantage that time, picks up an important first down and keeps the chains moving. 11:40 to go. The Cougars trailing by 3 scores. That's a handoff to number 5, Bishop Brown. Brown, who scored a touchdown in the 3rd quarter from 8 yards out, is stopped on that run.
No gain on the
Probably
play.
no gain at all.
2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Call it 2nd and 10 for South Brunswick. 11 minutes to go on a running clock here in the 4th quarter. Topsail 32. South 14. Dilgard. Direct snap. Looking. Finds a receiver. That's Miguel Miller. Miguel Miller with his 3rd catch of the game. Ball's going to be marked
Miller on the receiving end of that pass.
at about the
He's down
31
at
to
the
3 yard
33-yard
line
line.
of Topsail.
That'll
So
bring up 3rd and 5
sets
for
up
the
a
Cougars
3rd
at
and
the Topsail
call it
30.
5, probably in 4 down territory. So if the Cougars can't make it on this down, good chance that their offense will stay on the field. Let's see if Roman Dilgard can pull it out now. That's Bender Sanderson, and he's got something to say about it. Look at him rock and roll, folks. Bender Sanderson, so much fun to watch, so hard a runner. Banging his way, all 160 pounds of him, to a first down. Big effort by Sanderson that time. And again, credit that offensive line for giving him a hole to work with. So the Cougars moving the chains. That's Sanderson again. Wow. Really just chopping away on the right side of that South Brunswick line. Holy cow, what a great job up front in the trenches for the Cougars. And Bender Sanderson taking full advantage of it as he picks up another first down.
To the 10-yard line.
Ball's going to be
Just outside
marked
the 10, it looks like, well, maybe it's on the 10, so they're going to call it
at the
first and
10-yard
goal for the
line.
Cougars.
This is Parker. This is a touchdown.
And Miller,
Danny
Danny
Parker scores.
Touchdown.
10 yards out. And South with a great drive and an answer. Danny Parker from 10 yards made it look easy. Noah Harrell in for the point after. Snap, spot, kick. It is good, and there is a flag that was thrown. Harrell's point after is good. And that's going to close it 32 Topsail, 21 South. But let's see what the officials are going to do. Maybe something that's going to be. Nope, they picked up the flag, so no penalty. No penalty, so nothing to be done here on the kickoff. But what is to be done is to congratulate South Brunswick for a very nice, effective drive. One pass play, but a bunch of good running by Sanderson and Danny Parker. Roman Dilgard leads his squad right down the field and gets them back into this game, trailing 32-21. Oodles of time left. 9:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be up to the South Brunswick defense to try to figure out a way to stop the great Gavin Ellis, who's having a terrific game here today with 1, 2, 3 touchdown runs, 1 touchdown pass, and a very, very dominant effort. Let's see what the Cats can do here. There's the kickoff. Going to be fielded by number 3 for Topsail. That's Scheinbelling, and he can go. Down the right side, 50-45. He's pushed out of bounds. In fact, all the way into the South Brunswick bench. Hopefully Noah's okay. He is. He is a fine, fine football player. Noah Scheifelbein. So he gives Topsail excellent field position on his kickoff return. This young man has already returned a kickoff for a score this season, 73 yards, and has 4 interceptions. So a great, great early season start for Scheifelbein and a great start on this possession for Topsail, taking over at the South Brunswick 45-yard line. Ellis, handoff, room, Howe, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, DeMarc Howe. That easy, that quick. The quick strike capability of the Topsail Pirates, not only on Gavin Ellis. You see it there with the great run off the left side by DeMarc Howe. 45 yards, his second long touchdown run of the game, and gives Topsail a 38-21 lead, pending Cody Kirk's point after. And that time, good snap, good spot. The kick was off, but it still missed. So once again, points after have been elusive for Topsail here today, but when you're scoring touchdowns at the rate that they are, it may not matter. 9:22 to go in this contest. Topsail 38, South Brunswick 21. DeMarc Howe, his second touchdown run of the game, this one from about the 45-yard line. And once he got into the secondary, it was a foot race that he is going to win, and he did, to pick up the touchdown and give Topsail a 38-21 lead. Still plenty of time to go. 9 minutes, 22 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. The Cougars kind of methodical in their offensive plays here today and very successful, putting 3 scores on the board, but have not been able to score at quite the pace as Topsail has. Let's see if they can change things on this possession. There's the kickoff. Going to go out of bounds at about the South Brunswick 30.
Ball went out of bounds at the 33.
Make it the 33-yard line. So without touching the ball.
So the Cougars will accept the ball at that position, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35.
The Cougars are going to end up with real good field position to start this critical series of downs. Kind of tough to play with Topsail in a shootout game. You somehow, some way got to be able to slow them down defensively. But before you can do that, the offense has got to keep grinding it out and see if they can't get back on the board here again. Once again, plenty of time to go, 9:22, all their timeouts. Dilgard. Pass to the left side to Miguel Miller. Miller. Thrown to the turf. Tackle by number 3, Noah Schiffelbein. Miguel trying to shake free, but Schiffelbein would have nothing to do with it. So, pickup of about 2 yards. Call it 2nd and 8 for South Brunswick.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Dilgard rolls right, catches Sanderson out of the backfield. Bender
Sanderson on the reception.
knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, which might be enough for the first down. Let us see. And the chains are moving.
First down.
Nice effort that time by both Dilgard, who rolled right, catches Sanderson coming out of the backfield. Not an easy pass to perform, but the kids did a really good job that time and pick up the first down. Dilgard, reverse, number 3, Parker. Danny Parker bowls his way downfield inside
Flag on the play.
the 40-yard line, but there is laundry all over the field. Let us see what happened. Well-designed play by South. Parker, again, running hard, running free. Well, we've got a hold. That's going to go against the Cougs, so that one's going to come off the board.
Holding on the Cougars, 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul.
So South will lose a first down and lose a bunch of yards in the process. So 10 yards from the point of the foul. Looks like the ball is going to be marked at about their 44. Call it 1st and maybe 13. Dilgard under center. Toss left. Bishop Brown. Brown hard
Bishop
running.
Across the 50 to the 49.
Bishop's got an 8-yard touchdown run to his credit today. He, Sanderson, Parker have all run the ball exceedingly well against Topsail here this afternoon. Dilgard. Good snap. Drops. Pressure. Dilgard finds Sanderson. Sanderson tries to roll. No good. Great tackle that time, too. Topsail Pirates 33, Austin Hafer 54, Clayton Bobo in on that stop. So the Cougs with a third
back to the Cougar 49, so
and
bring
call it 8.
3rd and 8.
And time beginning to become an issue with 7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Probably a 2-down position on the field. Let's hope that South can pick it up here. Parker in motion. Fake to Parker. Dilgard rolls left, across his body, throws. Looking for Bishop Brown, but excellent pass protection, pass coverage that time by Nick Booton from his free safety position. 6'2" sophomore for Topsail. Really was all over the intended receiver, Bishop Brown. So 4th down and 8. There have not been a lot of punts in this game. Both teams' offenses have played well here today. Big play for the Cougs here. They need the first. There's pressure The ball's loose. And we'll see who comes off with it. Either way, it's going to be Topsail ball. Number 11, Jalen Jacobs from Topsail, 5'11", 195-pound senior outside linebacker, I think came up with the ball. If so, the first turnover of the game by either team, in fact, the first turnover of the season for South Brunswick. So the Pirates are going to get the ball at about the 37-yard line of South Brunswick. Excellent position here for Topsail to put this one away. Ellis toss right. That's Bernie Burns. And he is stopped by number 42, Shelton Bocook.
Bocook on the stop.
Not before Burns picks up a couple, maybe three, call it
three, so it'll be second and 7.
Second down, 7 yards to go from the Topsail
34-yard line.
34, 6:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Topsail with a 38-21 lead. Ellis hands off to Burns, but he is stopped, and that's number 42, Shelton Bocook with a great tackle. Boy, there's a huge upside for Shelton Bocook. Only a junior.
3rd and 5.
Big-time athlete.
Pirates.
Great year as a sophomore, off to another fast start. This is junior season here at South Brunswick. So call it 3rd and 5 for Gavin Ellis and company. Ellis in the gun, kind of surveying the field. And he's looking, and he's throwing, and he's finding his favorite target today, number 84, Connor Wilson, the 6'3" wide receiver, runs a post pattern to perfection, and Ellis delivers a strike. And it's another first down for Topsail. And they're going to mark this one at the 10-yard line. So I think
first and goal for the Pirates.
It's going to be first and goal. Wonderful throw by Ellis. Had plenty of time, so credit that Topsail offensive line for allowing Ellis the luxury to see the field. Handoff, number 4. He's chased down by a host of South Brunswick defenders. So Burns tackled 42. Again,
on the stop. Burns the carry.
Bocook,
Gain of
Atkinson,
1,
and company
second and goal from the 9.
take Burns to the turf after he gains 1. So second down goal from the 9-yard line. 4:30 to go. Topsail not in any hurry with a 38-21 lead. Gavin Ellis under center, 2 backs in the eye. Fakes a handoff. Rolls right. Pressure. Releases. Ball into the end zone. It's bouncing around. And it's a score. Who caught the ball? I believe number 84
into Wilson's hands.
to Connor Wilson. Not the way the Pirates would draw it up, but they'll take it. A 9-yard touchdown pass. Ellis to Wilson that had been deflected. But Connor Wilson, the senior wide receiver, who is an excellent one, comes up with his second touchdown catch of the day. And Topsail out with the point after. This one is good. And that'll make it Topsail 45. South Brunswick 21 with 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the fourth and final quarter. Ellis that time again showing a pretty strong arm. Left-handed kid rolling right. Fires it into the corner of the end zone. Good defensive coverage that time by South Brunswick. But number 84, Connor Wilson, with excellent concentration, comes down with the deflected ball. And the touchdown pass from Ellis, and again a 45-21 Topsail lead with 4:15 to go here in the fourth quarter at South Brunswick. South looks for real. Clearly a great offensive machine. 45 points today, 54 points last week. Their opening game, they only scored 20. But that first week, kind of a one-off for all the schools, to tell you the truth, as they sort of got their football legs back. But unless something crazy happens here in the last 4 minutes, Topsail's going to go to 3-0 on the season. There's the kickoff. And the return by number 5, Bishop Brown. He's taken off his pins
Brown on the return.
at about the 35, 36-yard line for
Got him at the 36, I believe.
South Brunswick.
First
So
and 10
the
for
Cougars, who again have played well today offensively, particularly if you compare it to their opening night game against North, where they really struggled to move the ball offensively. Today, they have been much more in sync. The offensive line has played very well. They've run the ball exceedingly well, and on more than one occasion, Roman Dilgard has shown accuracy and a lot of poise in throwing the football. Dilgard under center. Handoff. I think that's Sanderson, but he's going nowhere. Nope, check it, number 47.
That was Turtorici.
Turtorici,
Carry
a junior running back in the game.
at the 35. Loss of 1. It'll be second
Jackson
and 11.
Turtorici, 5'7", $175. He is met in the backfield. One of the few times today when South has run the football and they haven't had positive yardage, and credit that offensive line for getting a good charge against the Topsail front four. Another run up the middle that time. I think that was Danny Parker. A little bit of a mishandle on the exchange. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 9 for Topsail. Or I'm sorry, for South Brunswick.
So we have a new quarterback in for the Cougars, number 16, Aubrey Smith.
Just getting ready to say, it looks like a new quarterback. This is Aubrey Smith, a junior, and a mishap on the center exchange. Smith covers the ball, so South maintains possession, but does set up a 4th down situation, and it looks like South Brunswick will punt the ball, and they've got a great punter in Noah Harrell.
Harrell to punt for the Cougars.
He's going to be kicking this ball from about his 20. Let's see how far down the field he can boot it.
And we have a flag on the play. He was lucky to get the
Scheifelbein
return
returns a couple, but there's a flag down.
There is a flag back by the kicker.
And I may be roughing the kicker. It is. That goes against Topsail, so that is good news for South Brunswick. They will retain possession. Better news that number 10, Noah Harrell, was able to run off the field okay, so he's fine. The Cougars are beneficiaries of the penalty, and so they will retain possession, I believe. And we'll see where the officials are going to mark it. There's the signal, and there's the first down signal, and the ball's going to come all the way out to the South Brunswick 45-yard line. So great field possession for the Cougars. 1:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. More than enough time for South to try to get some more points on the board. And it looks like number 16, Smith, stays in the game at the QB position. And there's a handoff. And that's
It's
number
still under
5.
center, and there's a handoff to Bishop Brown.
That's
number
Bishop Brown.
5, who gets up to the
Maybe
48-yard
picks up
line.
2
Gain of
yards.
3, 2nd and 7 for the Cougars.
Call it 3. So 2nd and 7 for
Minute
South.
35 left.
About a minute 20 to go here in the game. Again, the score, Topsail 45, South Brunswick 21. Smith, big kid, 6'2", 215 in the game at QB position. Probably a little glimpse of maybe next year's South Brunswick offensive attack. And we got a couple of players who are hurt in the middle of the field.
One Cougar.
One from Topsail, one from South. Neither looking too good right now. Hopefully okay, let's see. Both staffs out to check the kids. It's been a well-played game here today in terms of very few penalties, a lot of good execution, some big hits, some great plays. You've seen a legitimate, bona fide Division I athlete on display here today in Ellis. That's number 53 for South Brunswick. One of those interior linemen who have done so well today. It's Theodore Wood.
Theo Wood coming off the
So
field.
Theo hopping off the field, hopefully going to be okay. The Topsail player is still getting attention on the field.
Injury. We'll hope for the best for Theo. Topsail player still down.
There is only 1 minute to play in this game. And play is stopped right now as the still to be identified Topsail player is receiving attention. We're looking down into the South Brunswick huddle. Down on the bench, I see Theo Wood kind of got his leg up in the air on the bench, so getting some work. And the good news is it looks like the Topsail player is getting up, and I think that is number 50, and that would be Ryan Arve, a defensive tackle. Again, those guys that play in the trenches, you know, that is man's work, okay? that is a tough place to make a living, and these kids do such a great job, and both these lines today have performed well. So 1 minute,
Down for the Cougars.
3rd and 5
Midfield.
at midfield. Cougars, handoff. That's number 3. That's Danny Parker, and that's another first down. And Danny Parker has done that multiple times here today. A really, really nice game for Parker. Good effort by Bender Sanderson running the football as well.
Starting it right back up again. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
So the clock
At the
starts
44-yard line of the Pirates.
35 seconds to go in this one. And there's the handoff. And I believe that again is number 47. That is
Or rather, Turtorici.
Tortorici,
Number 47 on the carry.
and he stopped at about the 42, and that might be the last play of this game as there's just 10 seconds to go. Maybe time for one more. 5, 4, and the whistle
We have a whistle.
is
Stoppage
blown
play.
and a stoppage of play. So we've got 3.9 ticks on the clock. Maybe time for one more play from South Brunswick. Snap, handoff. And that's going to be the ball game as number 5, Bishop Brown, is thrown to the turf.
End the contest.
So too much Topsail today for the Cougars of South Brunswick. A very, very game effort by the Cats, but Gavin Ellis with
Ladies and gentlemen,
a
thank
couple
you
of
all for coming.
touchdown runs, a couple of touchdown passes, a couple of touchdown runs by DeMark Howell. Took away a fine effort by South Brunswick. Danny Parker with a score. Bishop Brown with a score, and Roman Dilgard with a score, but not enough. So Topsail stays undefeated with a 45-21 win over South Brunswick. That's going to do it for our game here today. For Aaron Varnum, Nathan Evers, and Sam Hickman, I'm Jake Holmes. Once again, the final. Topsail 45, South Brunswick 21. Thanks again for watching ATMC's TV Game of the Week. So long, everybody.